Hi, my name is Fabian. I'm a licensed professional counselor and I make mental health videos for educational purposes and resources. We're going to talk about how to help my anxious friend. This is part one. In part one, we're just going to focus on being an active listener. I also have part two, part three, part four, part five coming up. And that's going to offer other pieces of information of how we can be helpful and supportive to our loved ones. So with that being said, let's get right into it. How to support our anxious friend. Actively listen. Be an active listener. That is so important, because if we're not being active listeners, we can actually hurt our loved one or make some of their situations even worse than it already is. And with active listening, I want to make these 5 points for this video. The first one is keep the focus on them, not yourself. Because they're going to be talking and they could say basically, my world is falling apart. I feel so chaotic. No matter what I do, things are just not doing well. There's going to be this temptation that because they're going through so much turmoil on the inside, we want to rescue them out of their situation. And so what we can accidentally do is interject ourselves into their story. Oh, that happened to you? That happened to me too. And this one time I went through this thing and now I've made this moment that they really need someone to listen. I've now just made it about myself. There is a time and a place for that where we can connect, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes we got to keep the focus on them, even if they hot potato it to you. Hey, I'm so sorry. I've just been talking about me and all my mess. What about you? You told me about you. This is a good spot to say, hey, I set aside this time for you and me so I can listen to you. I set aside this time just to focus on you. You're not bothering me. I'm here for you. The second one is ask open-ended questions. This is such a good move on your part as an active listener to be able to ask open-ended questions instead of close-ended. Close-ended questions end with yes or no answers. So they sound like this. Do you like food? Do you like tacos? If we're talking about anxiety, do you have a hard time? Do you feel overwhelmed? And the answer is going to be yes, yes. And it's going to cut the conversation short. If they need a good listener and you want to be an active, helpful listener, is to be able to ask open-ended questions. And they usually start with what? What do you feel anxious about? Tell me. And it's a wide open question. It can't end in yes or no. And if they're like, I just want to do something about it. Okay, great. Here's a chance to ask an open-ended question. You say, well, what do you want to do about your anxiety? Even if they're like, I don't know, it's just too much. We can sit there in silence. And they'll ask you, well, what do you think I should do? It's like, no, you. This is about you. I'm here, even in the confusion. What do you want to do about it? Look inward. And there, you're communicating to them. You're not afraid of their stuff. If you're still hanging with me, thank you so much for making it through this point in the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more, and we can keep rolling with more of these kinds of videos. Point number 3, learn to be uncomfortable with them, with what they're going through. Because they can start saying things like, my chest gets tight and I feel like I can't take a full breath and I'm constantly worried. A common symptom of anxiety is restlessness. I can't rest. They're so fidgety. Another symptom of anxiety is just this fear something bad is going to happen. We don't know what, but I just feel like something bad could happen. And so there's this fear. And we can see our loved one scramble. And we can get so uncomfortable that we accidentally start to say the wrong thing. Like, well, at least you still have your health, or at least you have your home, or at least you have this. And now what we're doing is we're minimizing or dismissing their experience. And we don't want to do that. Again, to be a helpful friend is letting them know, wow, that sounds tough. Wow, that sounds heavy. And we can seem uncomfortable on the inside or feel uncomfortable on the inside. But we want to let them know, yeah, that's hard. Number 4. Reassure them of your support. You want to be able to tell them like, hey, you're not ruining my day. Because they can start saying things like, I'm just ruining your day, or I'm being too much, or there I go again, breaking down the mood. You say, no, here's some good phrases that I love. I'm so glad you're telling me. Thank you. Thank you for letting this out. Thank you for sharing this with me so you don't have to carry this by yourself. And then the 5th point about being an active listener to your anxious friend is to show empathy. This is where you try on their glasses or try on their shoes and you let them know that, because what you are communicating is you're trying to understand them and their situation. So this is one of my favorite phrases to use that I use with clients and also with friends is, yeah, if I were you, I think I would feel ... Now notice what I didn't say there was what I think I would do. I'm not going there. Because if I finish the phrase of something like, yeah, if I were you, I would go to my pastor. If I were you, I'd go and talk to 10 therapists. If I were you, I'd sign up at the psych hospital. And what you are offering passive aggressively or indirectly is a solution of what they need to do. And that's not going to be helpful. It's the opposite of how you would feel, what that experience would be like. So you put on their glasses and you go, yeah, I think if I was in your situation, I'd feel like I'm drowning. And if I was in your situation, I think I'd feel terrified. Yeah, if I was in your situation, I'd feel like I'm overwhelmed and empty at the same time. Is that how you're feeling? You check in with them. And there, the friend who's battling anxiety will go, yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling. Oh my gosh, you get it, you get it. And there, that's such a gift that you can possibly offer the friend, the fact that, wow, he's getting it, she's getting it. That when you show empathy, you can give them the gift of understanding. That's it for part 1 of how to help my anxious friend. Again, like I mentioned, I have part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 coming. Please stick around, hit that like and subscribe button to make sure you catch the rest of these videos. I look forward to seeing you all. Until next time, I wish you all good mental health. Peace.